What's up, everybody? So, I'm gonna do a quick channel message. Uh, this is some, let's say, research I've been doing, and this is about how angelic beings are sent to to what's the word that I'm looking for? Neutralize. Perfect. Their agents sent to neutralize a particular target, okay? And what happens is in the higher rankings, these officials, they look at what's needed. So you can say that the higher ranking officials look at them as scientists or data analysts. They'll look at the angelic being or the person that's sent to go in and neutralize a target, and they'll look at the target and they'll say, okay, these two, they match up, they sync up on this level, and we're gonna do this. You understand? So everybody's trying to solve some quote unquote problem that they see. So what this can look like too is the arranging of twin flame unions, soulmate unions, etc. Hopefully by the time you get to a soulmate union, both you and your soulmate have done the work, so it's not as much trauma and mission based, but more so purpose based. And when I say mission versus purpose, when you think about the separation of those two things, mission is more militant, it's more operational, whereas purpose is more so existing, and it's lighter, and it's flowy. You understand? It has a more positive connotation. It's both people have done their work independently, usually when a soulmate connection comes into place. With the twin flame journey, though, both people are going to do the work together. You're going to trigger each other. You're going to get on each other's nerves. It's a lot of mirroring, where soulmates are, you're different from me in this way, and I respect that. And I have done X amount of work. But seeing you in your own element shows me where I still have room for growth. You understand? Because there's always room for growth. But I feel like with the twin flame journey, maybe half or less of your work is needed to be done to create wholeness within both individuals. Okay? For the soulmate connections, both people are pretty much whole. And like I said, even with you being whole, you still have work to do. That's everybody. That's just like I'm a doctor, but I still have to go get recertified every year for X, Y, and Z. It's that type of thing. Whereas the soulmate connection is, okay, some people may be at the master's level, or some people may be at the bachelor's, or even on grade school level. So it just depends, you understand, with the twin flame journey. So I say all this to say, these higher ranking officials, and there's a train again. Every time I'm getting spiritual downloads, I hear a train. I have no idea where. Actually, I do know where the train is, but I don't know how it is in correlation to where I stay. So it's very intricate there. So I say all this to say, back to the angelic force going in to neutralize the target. So with this occurring, what ends up happening is higher ranking officials in the spiritual world, and we can think about higher ranking officials as just people that have experienced more or that have been on planet Earth a little longer. And in the spiritual realm, we can think about that as people who have passed on as well, that have pass their knowledge on to people that have been on Earth for a while. So this could look like great grandmothers, aunts, uncles, that type of thing, that have given your grandmothers that's still alive information, and that still communicate with your grandparents or send them messages and signs and hints and things like that. Anyway, so yeah. Let's just say those are the higher ranking officials, our ancestors, people that have been here before, that have seen this, that know that, okay, if a child is clenching their fist, they're hungry. If you are not an experienced child rearing, you may not know that, but somebody else that has had like 7+ kids or have seen generations of kids will know that, you know? So it's just small things like that. So these people are the ones that are creating these plans, these blueprints. So when they say, oh, look to God, I feel like God is a collective consciousness. I feel like God is a thought or an action that will lead to the greatest outcome for everybody involved. That is God. God is, to me, is not just some being or some entity separate from everyone. I feel like God can just drop into anybody at any given time, at any given place. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it. I see it as a collective consciousness that can be tapped into if you so choose, because it is a choice. So these people, they create a plan. So let's say if, and a lot of the times, his neutralizing these targets are based in historical data. So we saw someone, no, we saw this person, we saw someone with a similar background go through X, Y, and Z. This is how this particular person was treated. Treatment meaning like this is how we made them better in the spiritual hospital. So we sent in an angel that neutralized that target and made them a quote unquote better person. Okay. So these people, they're sitting back, they're analyzing, okay, this is what made this person better. Okay. And a lot of the times what I've been noticing is that the feminine or woman is sent to neutralize a male, because for some odd reason women are seen as pure, or used to be seen as pure. But I think that is changing as well. And I'm looking up and I'm seeing the word portal. It's a portal that was open that no longer applies as much these days, as much as it used to. And as I'm seeing walking things like the slut walk and things like that. So like women are like full blown Lilith. We're not doing the Eve thing anymore. We're in full blown Lilith. So it makes the missions that people are being sent on a little difficult. Okay. I think a lot of our ancestors and the higher ranking officials are being thrown for a loop right now. Hopefully I'm not jumping all over the place. Hopefully this is easy to follow, everything that I'm saying. Anywho, moving forward, the target is neutralized by an angelic force paired by the higher ups, the higher realms, the spiritual realm. They're like, okay, these two belong together, X, Y, and Z. Now, what happens is some people fall off the twin flame journey, or one twin may grow faster than the other. And this can be very challenging. And sometimes you may have it where the twins, because think about twin flame, like think about actual twin children, like brother and sister. They may argue like cats and dogs. One may get jealous of the other. It could be a Cain and Abel situation as well. I've been channeling a lot of Cain and Abel energy as well. So like one may do something to trip another one up if they see them getting too far ahead. Or I've seen personally witness where someone may not have been understanding their roles per se, and you may have a woman, a biological woman, who sees a male who is progressing, and she's at home all the time, and she gets envious and she gets jealous. She's like, wait a minute, I want to be working. I want to be hustle. And it's things like that. Or you may see a masculine that gets jealous of a woman. Well, all you have to do is stay at home, cook and clean all day and take care of the kids. That doesn't seem too hard. Look at all the stuff that I have to do. So you have little nuances like that you have to take into account as well. I think I'm gonna call this I don't know what I'm gonna title this yet, but this is my understanding of pairings in the spiritual realm. I think I'll do that. I might say target neutralized or something like that, yeah. So anyway, moving forward, it gets very difficult because some people don't accomplish their mission. Some people go in and make things worse, okay? Why is that? I think it depends on your belief system. So I feel like it's easier to go in and accomplish said missions if you follow like the traditional Christian-based ideology, is what I've been studying. Yeah, like the light went out and then I had to move the mouse. Yeah. So if you don't study the traditional Christian ideology, you may slip into the dark side or the other side of the veil. And when you look at the other side of the veil, you be like, I was a sacrificial lamb. Like literally, that's how you look at it. And so that's why people say ignorance is bliss, because you don't know. And unfortunately for people like me that have like seen the other side of the veil, it's like this whole time I was being used. And so what do you do with that information when you find out that you were sent on a mission to neutralize a target? And you hear all the time, God has no respect of person. And it's just like, and so you get things like the slut walk. You get things like women being in their full-blown Lilith or dark divine imminent. Anyway, dark divine energy, dark divine feminine energy, because it's like, what do you mean no respect a person? You're going to respect me. I should be respected. But then we also have to ask ourselves, what happens after that? Like, what happens once, look, and then I'm seeing on my piece of paper, 100% satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. And so what the spiritual realm will try to do is they will, and this happened with me and one of my twin flames. Like, we split up on our journey, right? We didn't accomplish our said mission or whatever, or I didn't neutralize this said target. And when we split, Spirit gave me a lump sum of money and Spirit gave them a lump sum of money. Like, oh, sorry you didn't enjoy your experience, but here's some money to make up for it. And it was just like, and then they sent new people in after us. They sent new people in for the both of us. And I just wish I could, like my twin didn't understand that all of these things were just like kind of set up. And it was so interesting. It's like me and my twin, like we both had learned lessons, but maybe not all our energy was intertwined and intermingled. Essentially, I had took on a lot of the positive traits, a lot of the positive things that I've learned, and they took on my not so good traits. And so it's almost like I set my twin back with all my negative traits and qualities, whereas I got all their positive stuff. So I was seen as positive, and then maybe not so much. And then a new target was to come in and neutralize all the stuff that I had been through, if that makes sense. It's literally a assembly line, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, that's what I come to realize too. It doesn't matter. Like, it's always somebody that can come in and do a certain type of job. They're going to be different from like your last person. Yeah, but there's always someone new. That's why people say like cherish what you have, because it's not about the lack of ability to get somebody new. No, it's just about, are you willing to stay dedicated on that journey, even when you both are growing at different paces, rather. There's two separate components I want to hone in on. One is going with the flow, and then the other is parking, as in staying. So someone is kind of drifting, but I feel like somebody else has a chance to be grounded and rooted. So it reminds me of water versus earth. There's those two elements. I'm not feeling fire or air here, so I'm gonna leave those two in the back burner. I do feel like the air sign, because I'm looking at this logo here and it has a bird. And in a lot of tarot cards, the bird is the air sign Aquarius. So I feel like there is the Aquarius or the air energy is the umbrella, kind of like overseeing this project. Potentially, this could be the mastermind. This could be the high-ranking official that's creating all of this. Creation. Interesting. Interesting. Anywho, I say all this to say there are two energies. One is water, one is earth. And so how do those two come together is the question here. And yeah, I'm looking at the desert, the earth sign. If you're an earth sign, you're desperately in need of some water. So you could need to drink water. You could be dehydrated, or you need to get around a water sign. Earth and water signs are highly compatible. That's just like Taurus with... I like Tauruses with Cancers. That's just me. Capricorn, I can see with Scorpio. And Virgo with Pisces. So I've also seen Taurus and Pisces combinations. Not so many Virgos and Cancers, but that can work as well. With the Capricorn and Cancer, opposites attract. Same thing with Virgo and Pisces and Taurus and Scorpio. So it's just, you know, a little yin yang energy there. But think about the beach. So yeah. I feel like this video kind of jumped all over the place, but I don't have any cards. The cards kind of keep me on track. So this is how my mind usually works. I think I'll leave it at that. Thank you for listening. I mean, if this resonated, let me know. If you found some tidbits in here, that's cool. If this isn't your video, if you think I'm just rambling, cool. Click off. You don't have to watch. Simple. Bye.